speaking of podcast success, do you have any advice for me? You've grown this
Yours
huge...
is killing it, right?
Well, I only have 2 in the MK podcast network so far. But
you're talking adding.
Yeah, adding like a network. Like, you have a network at Barstool.
Yeah, so do you, are you focused on news?
Yes. News, culture, everything related to news.
Yeah, I don't know.
Not sports.
So we've always just looked for different things like that try to find something, talented people, and find things that I haven't seen necessarily before. So like Call Her Daddy, which I'm surprised I don't see the big signs around here.
Yeah, you found that.
Yeah.
She went on to become extremely...
And I hadn't seen anything like that. Like, it wasn't my cup of tea, but it was like, oh, this is different. And we've been very successful for that. But it's trying to get out of, I guess, a network sense. It's like, and I'm sure it would be similar with you. If I see something and it catches me for more than a minute or two, it's like, I'm interested in this. That's a good start. We've certainly been wrong a lot. It's a band label for us, kind of like a band label. Sign a bunch of little bands, hopefully 1 or 2 hit, and that kind of is the model.
And how long do you wait until you cut bait or declare them as a success?
We sign them for contracts, so it's generally like 2 to 3 years. So like a band label, and not different from a band label. Once they become successful, they're very difficult to deal with.
Yeah.
Like then they want the money, they see what's going on, and so the talent business stinks.
Yeah.
Because once the talent becomes big, they don't need you anymore, and they may be under contract. But they generally, if we can't re-sign them, they leave. And we built a lot of very rich superstars in this digital age, from Alex Cooper, Pat McAfee, a lot of people making a lot of money, and then we just got to refill the pipeline and find the next, and it never ends, and that sucks.
I feel like, I have good people. I have faith in them. We have a good relationship, but famous last words, I take your point. So, I mean, your company now is huge, right? I mean, I read that in like 2002, you were filing for bankruptcy, and now you're talking about the Trump tariffs costing you like $20 million. That's just what it cost you.
Yeah.
So you're obviously hugely successful.
Yeah, we've done well.
Has that
bankruptcy
changed?
thing, by the way, was a New York Times hit piece. I did, but it was like my dad told me in college, and I hate the New York Times.
Oh,
Anyhow,
okay.
That wasn't a business thing. So yeah, we sold Barstool in 2016, 15% of it for about $12 million was the valuation. Then we sold it again for $600 million was the valuation, and then I got it back for $1. So now I have the whole thing again.
That was so crazy.
Yeah. So it's been a wild ride.
So what, like, now that you have all this money, do you live differently? Are you different?
I don't think I'm different. I certainly live differently. Things that I've always been interested in, like horse racing, Kentucky Derbies this weekend. I love horses, So I would go to the track growing up, and now instead of being, in the bleacher section or with the riffraff betting $2, I can afford to own the horses. So things like that have changed, but it's still my core interest. I don't think I've changed. I guess a positive thing about Barstool, a lot of the people who started with me are still there. So,
That's your ride or dies.
Yeah, our ride or dies, or we just treat our employees well. And I don't think anybody would ever say about me, they may be like he's a jerk or he's blunt, but nobody would be like he's dishonest. I'm pretty straight in all my dealings with people, and that's helped get us. I mean, we've been around now over 20 years, so that's helped.
Well, I find it entertaining. I go over there not really for sports, but when commentary comes into the news world.
Political.
And I love it. I love how frank it is.
You go viral.
Tariff wars, stubborn inflation, no wonder gold has been routinely hitting all-time highs. And volatile markets like the one we have now don't sit on the sidelines with your head in the sand. You can take control and safeguard your savings. This is why so many Americans today are turning to Birch Gold Group. They have helped tens of thousands convert an existing IRA or 401k into an IRA in physical gold. Is it time for you to hedge against economic instability with gold? To learn how to own physical gold in a tax-sheltered account, just text MK to the number 989898. Birch Gold will send you a free, no-obligation info kit. Again, text MK to the number 989898. With an A-plus rating with the Better Business Bureau and countless 5-star reviews, Birch Gold has helped so many protect their savings with gold. It took us decades to get into the tangled mess they're trying to unpack now in D.C. How long is it going to take to get out of it, and at what cost? Text MK to 989898 today. Thanks so much for watching. If you like what you just saw, hit the subscribe button for more clips and full episodes.